Hello everybody, we hope everybody's doing a great day. It's been a while since we've done a video. We're going to try to produce one once a day, coming out from here on out. Depending on how lazy Gilbert Earl Jr. is. Will depend on...
You mean you.
Yeah, something like that.
Because I'm Viper.
Yeah.
You're the jailer.
You're Gilbert Earl Jr. Alright, so anyways, today we're going to do a review of Toradora, and what we're going to do is try to separate this. The first 4 or 5 minutes, no spoilers, 5 to 10 minutes, spoilers, and then the last half we'll talk about if we believe that this should be another season of whatever we're going to do. Sound good?
Sure.
Alright, so we're going to do Toradora today. You want to tell the audience what this is about?
It's a romance story. There you go.
Alright, yep, it's a romance story. And it's basically about, in a nutshell, you have a small girl, about 4 foot nothing, named Taiga. And you have a main character named Ryuji.
How are you not able to pronounce the names?
Right.
They're not hard.
Right, so we got these two characters, and the whole school is scared of them. They're scared of Ryuji, however you say his name.
Ryuji?
Because he has weird eyeballs, and he looks kind of sinister.
Weird eyeball.
Yeah, he does have weird eyeballs.
You mean a weird eye shape?
Yep. And we have Taiga, who is very short fused temper.
You know what happens when you condense a lot of energy into a small package?
Right.
That's Taiga.
That's right. So we're going to show you a good clip here that kind of gets the personality and how people view these two characters at the beginning, and hopefully it'll get copyrighted. So hopefully it's only going to be about a minute long. Oops, I don't know why I'm reaching for the camera. And just give you a little heads up about how these two characters are. And playing it now.
This is gonna be great! Now let's do the best we can to enjoy every moment of our teenage years!
Will do.
And these are the main characters, basically.
Oh, nothing. I just need to use the bathroom. Okay.
Hopefully this comes in good on the video for you guys.
Huh? It's a bathroom.
Yep.
What the heck?
He kind of has weird eyes.
The doll. Yet there's this intense vibe about her. Like she'll chew me up if I'm not careful. What's with her?
OMG! It's Takashi the dog and the palm top tiger! Be quiet!
On top. Tiger. Oh, I see. The palm thing. Yep. That's a perfect name for her.
And there you go. That's about the personalities. I kind of screwed up there.
Okay, if you guys don't know what happened, instead of pausing the show, he paused the actual video.
Yeah, I paused the video instead. All right. So yeah. So that's so there you go. That's their personalities.
Good job, Dad.
And right. So you got Ryuji. You got some weird face. Everybody's scared of his eyes. They're scared of him. They think he's like
It goes
this.
from weird eyeballs, weird eyes, and now weird face.
Yeah.
Next, he'll be the weird body.
He gets the trifecta. And then, so everybody's scared of him. Trifecta. And then, so everybody's scared of him because they think he's sinister, but he's actually a really nice guy. And you got little Taiga who looks like, he said, she looks like a doll. Real nice and stuff, but then she's real fierce. And it's basically about these two who like he likes this girl who happens to be Taiga's best friend. And Taiga likes this boy who happens to be Ryuji's best friend.
You forgot the U that.
Yep, and so they kind of, at the beginning, combined forces to try to hook each other up with the person they have a love interest with. And they get into,
Arguments and stuff.
yeah, so, you gotta speak louder. They get into, a lot of mischief on their way.
I don't know what about it, but I'm just so funny.
Yep.
Everything I do just kills you.
It kills me. Yep. So, literally kills me. So, anyways. Where are we going with this? Okay, so yeah, so they go and they're trying to hook each other up, and while they're doing it, well, they end up growing feelings for each other, and the idea is, do they get with the people they love, or do they that they have a crush on, or do they hook up in the end? I think the animation of this is very good. What do you think about the animation? Good. And the storyline, it's really good. They do a great job of these two characters getting together. You can see their growth throughout the series, and yeah, a lot of funny parts, and seeing how these two are helping each other out and how they grow closer to each other. And then you also get a lot of I like about it, I guess, a lot of story to the side characters as well, like their two love interests, and then there's some other friends apart from the love interest that we get to know very well. What are some things you like about this?
The comedy is pretty good, and it's also really fun irony as well. Because they're constantly trying to help each other out, but yet they're always trying to get each other their crush's attention, but it's like, you don't really need that. Like, at first you can't really see it, but then as the show goes on, it starts to develop, as any good love story would.
Right. Yeah, and also, like, if you really watch it closely, they got like a lot of nuances where you can see how, if you look closely, how characters are reacting around them. You kind of can tell that, like, this character, like this side character actually likes this other character. Like the love interest of Taiga's, he has a crush on the class president. And if you pay attention, you can kind of see this crush, and you can see how there's another classmate in the room that has a crush on the same guy that Taiga has. So I think it's very well developed, really enjoyable. I definitely would recommend this. You'll laugh. At the end, you have, of course, with every romantic kind of series, you have like a part where will they do this or will they do that, and will they get together? Will they fall apart? Will they get together with the guy and girl that they like? Will they not? So overall, I give it a really good experience, and it's definitely a good watch. Once you start watching it, you'll just want to watch them all. You want to go right through them all, won't you? So let's talk a little bit. Okay, so that's the non-spoiler part. Now we're going to hit the spoiler part. We're going to get to some details of some scenes that we actually like and more of the characters. Unfortunately for me, I cannot pronounce anybody's name very well, so I'll be describing how they look. But you probably can pronounce their names pretty well, right?
Yeah, I can pronounce the names if I remember them.
If you remember them. Yeah. So this part right here is part for those who's already seen the series. I really like the connection between, the girl with the red hair that he likes. She's like a little bit of a overdoer. Like, she's like a go-getter. Like, she's always cheerful, and it gets kind of cheesy in a lot of ways, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but that's why it's really cool when she like snaps out of that for a bit.
Yeah, then she'll come up with these deep philosophical
and it's just that
situations.
This one has that one guy with a long hair that's like yeah, it does. They were selling chocolates to him. Like, there's this one guy in there that's just like, he has like long blue hair. I forgot his name. Like really dark blue hair, I guess. I guess it's supposed to be black, but he's like really stupid. And then like there's an episode where Valentine's Day comes along, and he's like, like, why are people participating in Valentine's Day in the middle of school? Shouldn't we be here to learn, not hook up with people? And everyone was looking at him like, the world has ended.
Right. So yeah, because he actually gets him a girlfriend. He's always the one trying to hook up with girls and stuff.
Yeah, but then also like, yeah, so like people kind of like take him for granted, and then he says something like that, and it shocks people.
Right.
He actually says something not stupid or
Yeah, he's like another example of those really great side characters that they have. Like, while it focuses on Taiga and Ryuji or whatever.
Ryuji.
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
You really get to know like the side
You pronounced
characters.
it 3 different ways already.
Okay.
How are you doing that? I told you so many times.
I've pronounced another 4 or 5 different ways, but you really get to know them, know these side characters just as much as you do the main characters, and get to like them. I think one of my favorite scenes is when they go to the beach house and they're trying to scare. Man, her name starts with an M. Anyways, they're trying to scare the girl that Ryuji.
The red hair.
Yeah, the redhead girl that Ryuji likes.
Ryuji.
And they're actually. Then she actually turns the tables on them and scares them to death. That's probably one of my favorite parts.
She's really
storylines.
Good
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be kind of weird to experience, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah. It kind of reminds me. You never seen it? This show. For those old timers out there, it's an old show called Creep Show. It was directed by George Romero, and it's a movie that has a lot of mini movies within one movie. Anyways, one of the storylines in that movie was these people who the dad didn't approve of his daughter's marriage, so he buries them in sand, and they end up drowning. And they drown because of the high tide comes, and they drown. Anyways, there's like a bunch of like, if I remember the scene right, there's a bunch of like seaweed throughout his house and wet stuff. And it's these people, and it's the couple that his daughter and his son-in-law who comes back and kills him. It's kind of like they kind of use that. It's kind of like Trick, because you see seaweed and things are wet and and it got like this gooey stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. And then I like the model character Amy in there. She was kind of like at first she was kind of like a fake character, but then she kind of grows into realizing that she can be her real self, and people will still like her.
One of those characters that wears a mask all the time.
Yeah, and
not literally though.
Right. Yeah, not literally, but she doesn't like people seeing her real self, and it's kind of like this is almost like a harem type anime where you have at least 3 girls who like.
A boy.
Like him, but he really only likes 2 of them. Like I don't think he ever sees Amy, even though she's the model.
Here's something real fun.
And that
is that the guy Taiga has a crush on actually asked her to go out with him, and she turned him down, and then she was like, "Oh crap."
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because she got scared. Yeah, the way she acts around him the whole time, where she's like really bashful and shy. She can't do anything right. Can't speak or anything. And he's like,
unless someone makes her mad.
Yeah.
Then she explodes.
Ryuji was whatever. He was a pretty good wingman for her. He put her in perfect situations, and she kept on like, because she was so shy, she kept on like turning the situation down. Yeah.
And then she pulled that card that's just like, it's your fault, and Ryuji was like, excuse me,
right,
I wasn't the one who messed it all up.
Yeah, I wasn't the one who screwed it up. All right, so as we know, for those who are watching, this is a spoiler part. At the very end, he asks us to marry. They're gonna go elope, and then they're gonna get married, but Taiga leaves him for about a year, and then comes back. She comes back at the very end, like the very, very end, and he finds her a locker, and he says, "I love you," and then she kind of headbutts him because it wasn't in the right area.
Uncalled for.
Yeah.
Uncalled for.
So that's how it ends. Do you think that they should do another season of Toradora?
Yeah.
Or do you think this is a perfect ending for it?
I mean, like, I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they did another season, but I don't really know where it would go.
Yeah, I think it would be cool too. It's kind of because how it ended was everybody's graduating, right, and everybody's going their separate ways. I think if they ended it, I wouldn't mind them exploring more of the Amy and the redheaded girls storyline a little bit more. Then having the series focus on them, and then having Taiga and Ryuji as like their supporting cast. It's good to see them get married and stuff, but the storyline doesn't really focus on them.
Yeah.
But do you think that would work?
That would probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, because I don't know what more you really could do with a relationship. I mean, you could get them married, and then there's a bunch of other storylines you could do after they get married. But
Then what?
I think they already had their. I think the seasons that they had really did explore their growth as a relationship. Yeah, as a couple. And so be more focused on that way. And you kind of like the other two characters. I kind of like the other two characters, especially the redhead. I think she was an interesting character. It'd be nice to explore her a little bit more. And I mean, this is a rom-com. She kind of all the characters who didn't get anybody at the end, she kind of deserves to have some kind of romantic thing there at the end. You got anything else? All right, so this is what we think about this. So we hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and leave a comment. You know, what you guys want to see?
Subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends and family, and I don't know what else.
Yep, and leave a comment. Do you want to see more of Toradora? And how would you do the next season if so?
What would we? There's nothing we can do on Toradora. This is it.
Yep. Have a great day.
Bye.